What's up, everybody? Let me check and make sure. Yeah, good. I got it. StreamYard started me out on mute. That's not very nice. uh, I deserve a awesome intro for having everything, on point. Not. This is what I deserve. Come on, damn it. Well, I didn't hear that. So, what did I mess up? It doesn't seem to be right. That's not muted. That's not muted. Everything seems to be okay. Let me see here. Turn music on. God, what is wrong with me? Skirt. End broadcast. I don't want to end broadcast. I want it to work.
It's everything LHON and more.
It won't do nothing. I wonder if anybody can hear me. What the hell? Come on, man. Volume is up pretty good. I definitely should be able to hear that. What other setting is absolutely retarded? Leave studio. Oh, leave studio. Start the broadcast. End broadcast. I'm broadcasting. Jesus. How come I could do this 5 times in a row? And then on the 6th time? 3rd time on the 6th try? Right. That's not muted. Settings. Audio. What the hell? Well, I'm not gonna talk for 2 full hours again and wonder if it worked. So what I'm gonna do is stop this madness and watch it on my cell phone. Let me try that real quick, actually. Can't have music, I love music. Echo, play J Boog Radio on Pandora. That's Lil Wayne. That's not J Boog. YouTube, my channel. Hello, hello. So, on my YouTube video, on my cell phone, this is madness. On my YouTube video, on my cell phone, this is madness. Close. Echo. Volume off. Volume off? That's not a command. Echo. Shut the hell up. Yes. That's a command. Alright. Well, so this is working, but it won't. StreamYard is retarded. I'm about to use the program I'm about to pay $200 for life for, because it's what I use to make videos And then for this, I just go to a website, StreamYard.com, and we do the broadcast here. I don't have the videos on my YouTube channel, that on my computer, I mean, so I can't do what I want with them. And I don't know. I think this is not the way, Sorry about all the nonsense. So, I'm gonna just wave my arms all around. Maybe that helps somebody see, hey, look, we're about to start. Yeah, so I've spent probably close to 4 in the last days making these videos. And it kind of ended up being 100% about AI and everything I'm doing with AI. I'm going to start off with a health update. Feeling good, feeling strong, except for my legs. I have really bad weeble wobble back and forth stability. I just like careen off to one side. But I haven't been working out my legs at all. No squats or lunges or really, walking. I go from my other bedroom to this bedroom and then back downstairs to and then back to here. I don't really walk very much, so gonna start working out my legs a little bit more. But secret news, I don't get multiple sclerosis. I haven't done maybe once or twice in the beginning of January, but in 2023 I haven't done any I don't know. So hey, I cured it, everything fine. Just kidding. Remitting recurring, or like I've always thought, do I have progressive multiple sclerosis? Well, if it was progressive, it was a progressive track for like, and then the only thing stopping it or battling it was my ozone therapy. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so not really doing any ozone, just doing a lot of dips and curls and shoulder workouts and different stuff with dumbbells. But I'm here on the computer too much. I need to reprioritize some scheduling. I'm putting too much work on myself, and as we excuse me, as we go through the video, there's a lot more work coming. So grab a drink of Pepsi. Basically, I haven't done any ozone at all, and for the most part, energy is good, no spasticity, none of that stuff. So, I just have quit working out, and that has caused me to be real wobbly, I guess. Not sure. If I start doing squats and lunges and, all the different body weight stuff. My cousin just mentioned that I should do wall sits. Sit up against the wall, let your butt sink down so your thighs are like parallel with the ground, and just hold that as long as you can. And then when you think you're done, hold it a little longer. So doing that'll be good for leg strength, stability, because that really works out the hamstrings in a lot of ways. So that's good. But onto AI, because that has been what I have been doing 25 hours a day. There are certain parts of AI that I'm not really into. Like the whole it's such a vast thing. Hold it real quick, hold on. Sorry about that. With ChatGPT is one thing that's just launched the internet, and everybody talking about it. Oh yeah, I got something stuck in my throat. Hold on. See, this is why I bought this thing with the mute button on the cord. And hopefully you guys didn't hear that, because the mute button. But StreamYard's got a mute button too, and they just started it off that way the last couple times. And I made sure to undo that before I started. So it's working, at least. But it's been working the whole time in the first like 10 minutes of me just fumbling around like an idiot. Anyways, AI. So everybody's heard of ChatGPT probably. It's a large language model, and basically, easy way to think about it is all of the internet has been put inside a little box. And when you type the question, its response is based on the next word. So more than likely based on all of the internet, or a lot of info. So not everybody's got all of the internet. They're, that's not exactly how it works, but you can think of it like that. So it tries to predict the next word, and that's how the large language models work. And the GPT in ChatGPT is a generative pre-trained transformer. That's what it is. All language models are using that technology to do the code and whatever, the whole stuff of computers I don't understand. So I've heard some people talk about other companies can't use GPT. That doesn't make any sense, because it's what it is. They're all a large language model. So that's just one part of it that I've gone into the rabbit hole on. The more you search online for different stuff, and now with AI, what I've got with Auto GPT, this case in point with the GPT and something else has a different name. It's not Chat GPT, like OpenAI's version. It's Auto GPT. So it automatically does stuff. That's kind of like the video that I posted on my channel a couple days ago. I've been trying to get this done now for days. It feels like a month. I posted that like at the beginning of the week. And it's just thinking, and it just goes and goes and goes and stops and thinks and goes and goes and stops. It prompts itself to do the next thing. So, say for instance, something I'm going to have it do for me is create social media profiles. So if I tell it to create 5 profiles on Twitter or wherever, it'll do that, and then I can give it access to files on my computer, and it will make the banners, the profile pictures, all this different stuff. And I could say save all login info to file, and it will create a text document. So basically I use Microsoft Word, but it saves it in text form in a just Windows Notepad. I guess you call it Notepad, yeah. Something I haven't used for a long time. I'm trying to get back into this world of technology, I guess you'd say, and learn everything about everything. Like, the speed of advancement is insane. It's just crazy. We're down to about every 6 to 8 hours, something new. Something went farther. Something can do something better. Like, for instance, God, what is wrong with my throat? I've been making art, AI art. So a lot of abstract art, fantasy art, and different things. Um, but I use something called Midjourney, and Midjourney is pretty much kind of the top of the tier. They're the best at most stuff, and it's for me it's easiest to use because I can use it in Discord. So the Discord chat app on my phone, I can zoom in with my magnifier, and so I can do it easier there, and then finish the thing on my computer where I could see better. But there's something new. This one's called Deep Floyd, and it's another image generator, just same type thing. But when it came to the text to image generators, like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Dolly, there are so many. I can't even think of them all. Another one I'm in, Blue Willow, whose quality's gotten much better. They're all getting way better. But Deep Floyd, the new one that just came out, and I'll go into all this stuff in a second. This is fast. So the Deep Floyd can do text, can do fingers, and like appendages. Like one image I was making a couple weeks ago, I was doing mock-ups of like interiors of a home with the photo on the wall so I can cut it out. And I wanted to make one with a guy on the couch because it would fit the scenario of the thing. Not a problem. I can do that. And it made a guy with like 63 legs. It was like one of those slow motion flip book timelines. Like, there's like 100 pictures of him moving the leg. And if you flip it real fast, it just looks like he's moving. But they were all in the same image, and it was weird, really weird. So that stuff happens all the time in a Midjourney, and you have to work with it and refine your prompt, and re-roll and re-roll and re-roll and re-roll, and then use image to image, and then it's a lot sometimes. But Deep Floyd, fucking perfect. This is like the next step. And another thing that Midjourney can't do, it just can't. And it's the same with every other image, text to image generator. They just can't. It's not exactly known why. They aren't able to write text. Like, make a business logo. It can make the whole thing perfect, and then the text is like these weird Russian mixed with Chinese mixed with Brazilian letters, and there's only 3 of them, and it's like a whole paragraph of stuff. Midjourney and other ones just can't do it. But Deep Floyd, I think, is the next step, because maybe you have to re-roll it a couple times to get the exact, but it seems like it's the next step, and it's amazing. It's just a side note kind of on everything that's going on, and I pretty much just came onto this one this morning because it's brand new. They just launched within the last 24 hours, I think, and it's crazy quality, crazy. Like in making pictures of people or food, you can't tell the difference between that and extreme professional, high quality, best photographer ever. It's crazy. So that's pretty much it with the image stuff. The text to not text to, yeah, text, because we're typing, I guess, but the large language models, that's pretty much mostly what we're hearing about in the media and stuff, is ChatGPT. And recently they've been talking about a pause for 6 months and Elon Musk and different things. And I have an opinion about that guy, and it's kind of just flows through, and that's it. Dude was a super genius. Like Tesla, SpaceX, brilliant, world-changing, brilliant companies, ideas, infrastructure, all of it, everything. Genius. Fucking Twitter? You gonna buy Twitter? Why? What's the purpose of that? And also one of the first proponents in the 6-month pause of advancing AI to be more than what ChatGPT 4 is, which they've already said they're doing. ChatGPT 5 is not in the works. They want to refine ChatGPT 4, add all of the different things to it, call it multimodal, so it can use different models, like DALL-E. I have ChatGPT 4, so I have GPT-4. You can do images, and when it does images, it uses DALL-E. So that's just a different, text to image. It's a different model. And then my text to text, I guess. The large language model still spits me back text. But then DALL-E's done, and it gives me the picture. So that's cool. So we're really moving quickly in the connecting all of the different avenues, what's it called? Text to speech. Like, your computer just reads what's in the document to you, or like Siri will help you read messages and stuff. I use a really stupid app. I hate the app. It's I don't know, it sucks. There's too many ads and it just breaks down. It's called @voice. It's the @ voice. So you copy the message from wherever, and then you go up to the top right in the 3 dots, and then the second one down is paste, and then it will read it to you. But in between starting the app, there's an ad, and the little X is hidden in different spots every time inside of the image of, I don't know, it could be anything, whatever the ad is. It drives me crazy, and it just plays hella loud music. That's really annoying. It's like, it's July, why is Jingle Bells playing? I don't know. So I just really don't like that app, but it allows me to get it done. I don't know. I searched what's it called, the Play Store, Google Play, and that's really the only one I find. So whatever, I don't want to pay for a stupid app. So large language models are advancing so much, so fast. I've got 3 of them on my computer. So there are different models coming out. There are a lot of companies building and developing different versions. Same kind of thing as ChatGPT, but just, their own version. Trained with their own set of data, different types of data. Maybe this company's only using Wikipedia. Why you would create a large language model only using Wikipedia? I don't know, but maybe that's what it is. Let me see here. Oh yeah. Is this gonna be the 3rd day in a row, brother? Why is this so blurry? Hey now. Oh, there we go. Wow, I want my magnifier back. This is terrible. Go away. Ha. The Windows magnifier is terrible. Wow, this is dumb. I really do not like StreamYard. I'm gonna figure out how to do this another way. You guys, I'm very sorry. Comments, not an option. I have my handheld magnifier I'm gonna put on the TV screen to read. That'll work, but this sucks. What's happening? What up, buddy? Who is this? My visually impaired life. What up, bro? I'm trying to remember. Vincent? Maybe? It's been so long. And my brain has been so ravaged. I'm sorry I'm not remembering the names. Let me get back in. I gotta use my magnifier to read this. I am trying, buddy. And I would say it's getting progressively worse. Podcast number 1. Basically, I didn't know you had to push the button and then push the button. And I went through the whole thing for like an hour. And then I looked in and I was like, oh, you gotta push the button twice. So I pushed it again. It did the whole thing again. I've done all of this like a lot. And then number 6, this one. This is my 3rd time doing it. And the other ones, I don't know how they just turned out to be like an hour and a half or so. So 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do this for like 5 hours to get the 6th one done. Making progress. But I am thinking that I'm gonna have to use some different program because, like for instance, to read the comments, I need to get all the way in and basically put my face on the TV. And read it with my handheld magnifier, because when I use the Windows magnifier, the mouse, easy. Windows button, plus button. Then there's the magnifier. But the comment in the chat section that I see, I don't see YouTube right here. This is StreamYard on my side. It dims it so much that it just goes away. So that's not helpful. So I can't do the comments like that. Not helpful. Thanks, StreamYard. I'm gonna have AI write me some Python. I feel like I've already said all this like 9 times. So, back to AI. In doing all of the stuff that I'm doing, I am working with different programs, and oh my god, I'm working with so many programs. The amount of learning and stuff I'm taking in every day is kind of ridiculous. um, like, it's so much. For instance, let's start here. GitHub is a website for people to post and host their code on for programming computers. Post their code on, and they can make it open source. Anybody can use it. Anybody can add to it however they want to use it. And there's different licenses they can choose from. Anybody can use it. Anybody can download it, but you can't sell it. You know, there's different things. So all these different large language models are hosted on GitHub. And that's GIT Hub, not GET, GIT, GitHub. And you download everything from there, which is incredibly difficult. None of them have good, clear instructions. The coders all know what the coders know, and they know what they mean, so I don't know. But you have to download the repository, take it to your terminal, open a PowerShell. What? Right? Yeah, so I'm having to learn all of that, and I finally found somebody who kind of does that for us. Troubleshoot, CHUTE, Troubleshoot. That's his YouTube name, or channel name, I guess. And he makes one-line install code. So basically, you just copy his code, paste it in your terminal, push enter, and it does everything. So that's helpful to get one thing called AutoGPT. And AutoGPT is what you saw in that video I made earlier this week. My timeline is so messed up. My eyes have hurt really badly for the last 3 days. So other than when I was doing this or making the stuff for my Etsy store to do a listing, do a posting, I guess, I've been just in the dark with sunglasses on. I'm Mr. Cool, right? So, it's a lot. And it gets even more and even deeper. So, AutoGPT, you basically, the structure is kind of like this. What's my name? What's my ultimate goal? Break that down into 5 goals for me. I'll complete that. I'll be back. That is AutoGPT, basically. So you name it, you give it a name. I don't know why they added that part, but you just make something up. Like, I made up, you are update AutoGPT, or auto update GPT, I think. Whatever, that doesn't matter. But then I gave it the links to the website of the GitHub page for itself. And in the next goal 2, I said update blah blah blah. Make sure you read everything on the page so that you know how to follow all instructions. And then in goal 3, download this repository. And then goal 4, and then goal 5 was like, you're completely updated so that I'm working with the best up-to-date version of you there is. And off it goes. And 5 minutes later, I had the newest version. So the version that I downloaded originally is, I think, the original version. And that's from Troubleshoot in his one-line download or one-line installs. He has a playlist. God, I can't talk. I'm having a hard time right now. Yeah. So I created instructions for it to update itself. So I still can't talk. What the hell is wrong with me? I talked about this. This is my third time saying all this. I probably said it 5 times each video, so my brain's like, you already said this, and just makes me say stupid stuff. I don't know. So I got AutoGPT to update itself and have the newest, best version of it, I guess. So in the old version, it just was in the terminal and you just saw code like flow like a waterfall. It's crazy. And in the new version, you see it actually on your computer. The program will open. It will navigate to a certain page. You can tell there's a little thing that moves next to the text. You could tell like what it's reading. A lot more updates. That's cool. Also, if you see it doing something, because I did, it needs more direction. So I was just kind of playing out with it and testing it and trying to figure out which way best I'm going to be able to use it. AutoGPT, I was creating a marketing agency, I guess you could say. And for prompt engineering is kind of just how specifically and specially did you word your what you want or what you want it to do for you. How well did you word that in a way that it understood? I guess it's probably none of it's easy. That's the easiest way to put it. Learn how to write in a way that the computer understands, even though it understands human context, like just, normal human language. That's what it's trained on. But prompt engineering, so I could have put one sentence and said, I want you to make me a Twitter account where you go to my website, theaiarter.com, redirects to my Etsy store with all my AI art. And probably could have done that just fine, but that's only one of them. And I want like 30,000 of them. It's not a marketing agency with one Twitter account, man. How about 6,000 Twitter accounts? Or every single place it can do. But first, you need to give it the task of coming up with its own rules and what it's going to do and where it's going to go and how many times it should do by doing all the research and reading all the rules and finding which section of the community's pages they should join. Like, say if it's for a Facebook thing, which Facebook pages should the AI request to join? Because that's where we are now. Oh, I was watching the video the other night and I was like, I'm stealing your voice. Because that's where we are. Yeah, deepfake, it's not really much of a problem anymore. I don't want to go into all of that, but there's so much up there that makes so much possible so quickly and so easily that you can take your own face saying and doing all of the dialogue. Like, say you're in a studio and you're making a big movie, right? You're just in there and you're reading, and the cameras are capturing your face and how you're reading it and everything. In the actual movie, they get some random person to be the actor and do all the running around and all that. And the computer, in real time, just put your face on. Crazy. It's crazy what's going out. AI, so in a lot of it, it doesn't really apply. It's not applicable to me. Like, what am I going to do with face transfer technology? Or there's a lot of things like the memory side. Large language models is one area where a lot of advancement is coming into right now. And that's basically how long, if I say something right now, how long can you remember it? If we put 1,000 things in between, can you remember if there's 2,000? What about 100 million? 100 million? Yes. I can remember something from junior high. There's definitely a whole lot that's happened in between junior high and now. So does it have human-like memory, human-like intelligence? It's kind of what ChatGPT is working on with the intelligence part. And then there's other new startup companies that are doing a lot of the memory. Pinecone is one of the companies. I'm on the waiting list to get on their API so I can get some memory. So this is why those videos are like 2 hours each. Is I just talking and I think of something else. I'm like, oh yeah, this too. So I said, and I still do want to use money that I make with my AI art to be able to buy a Debian as long as we can, I guess, because it's going to become a prescription. And just, I think the way it is, I don't know. And is that going to be a prescription that my insurance can cover? And if it can, will it? And this is America. I don't know. There's differences. Like, buddy in Australia says he can get it for like $12 a month. That would be okay, but this is America. $12 a month for like 1/13 of a pill. You get the fuck out of here. I mean, not here, Jack. I just don't see it being possible. And number one, it should not be a prescription. So that leads me into my next thing. AI. I want to create a new, better version of a Debian that actually gives us some site back. I don't know, but you know, the result is it actually really does give us site back, and not just one person because, hey, I guess they got lucky and their site improved a little bit. Not one person. Like, I think my site improved pretty dramatically, but I didn't get all my site back. You know, but there are a lot of people who take it for years and don't have results, like improvements of vision. Maybe they are getting the other benefits from what a Debian can do for us, but not everybody that I know of gets vision back just because they take a Debian. And it's like a worldwide common standard practice now, which I think is fucking ridiculous, to take 900 milligrams a day. Everybody, every body, every age, no matter where you're at in the world, 900. 900 for you, 900 for you. I'll take 900. No, I'm just kidding. I'll take 1,500. That's what I found worked for me. When you come at me with, like, you've spent $6 billion, 22 years worth of trials and study with so many people and all this stuff, you can come at me with 900 is what you need. Maybe. I mean, I'm not like, a beefy guy. I'm quite skinny. So maybe 900 is good for me, if that's the way that we're thinking about it. But anyways, I'm just angry about it, Debian. I want to make my own. I want to make a better one. I want to make it actually work for everybody. And AI can do that. That's true. So I don't believe, just going on chat.openai.com, that kind of AI. That's not what I'm, referring to. This would be much bigger and much more advanced and probably cost a decent amount of money. So hold on real quick, let me get a drink. So there's other AI systems out there that have been trained on large amounts of data, for like one of the image generators is called Stable Diffusion, and that one is open source, so anybody can kind of make their own version and implement their own work into it, and then say, hey everybody, I got this, and everybody can add it in and use it too. So Imad Mostak, his son was diagnosed with autism, and he put AI to work, and he's made significant advancements in a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of some treatments. I'm not really too sure. I don't want to say something that's clearly not right, because I'm kind of hem-hawing around. I don't really know, but he would be someone who I would need to reach out to, because it's going to take larger AI than just going on the website and stuff like that. So the AI can do all of the work, create the chemical makeup, the whatever. It's a lot. My mind is just overflowed. So I would have to reach out and kind of take more steps and have more money. So once I've got something, I think it'll be good. The AI says it'll be good. Everybody says it's good. I can put it through FDA, because AI can do all of this. It's crazy. Create all of the reports. Things like Auto GPT, how it creates something and then it just keeps going. It does that with agents. So like I said, I wanted to create 5 Twitter accounts, not 1. It would do that by creating 5 more versions of itself and sending it out to do those tasks. So to do something like create a new version of a LHON, I think will require more collaboration through models, in the sense of, a large language model trained on this type of medical data. A large language model that is kind of like Auto GPT. It's got agents and it can send people out to do tasks. And so maybe tomorrow afternoon AI will advance in it. AI advances so quick, it's insane. Like with this idea of using Auto GPT to create, social media and share my links, stuff like that for me. That pretty much, and I created my prompt was 3 pages long. It's too long. It doesn't understand books all at once. So before you try to play with something for the first time, just play with it and hold down the letter Z or something, find out how much you could do. Because if I knew that I can only have this amount of words, I would have saved a lot of time, because I put a lot of work into that. It's pretty fancy, guys. I just need AI to advance to a place where I can put all of that in, and it will do all of it. And I will literally just, in every day, probably 20,000 links with my Etsy store item gets shared. You know, I'll tell it 2 items per day, something like that. So it's not, you know, by the way, I have, I'm jumping all over. I have a mouse. That's what it is. I just put the 52nd item in my Etsy store, and this one's the last 2, 51 and 52, were carbon fiber abstract art. I think they look freaking cool. 51 has got like a line of yellow surrounding it. I don't know, it's just abstract art and it looks cool to me. So, yeah, back to AI, because it's everything and about to be everywhere. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I can have the AI write all of the different reports, all of the different papers, all of the different everything needed for FDA approval, trials, whatever needs to be done. All of the patent. This is the only part I want to say about that. I want to do like one of those Coca-Cola patents where it's like you pay $1 and forever it's yours, so that no pharmaceutical company can also make the same thing and then charge us for it, because I want to make it to give it away. Because if I can get angry enough and smash my way enough through to where I can have AI do some of this stuff for me or for us, I want to get to a place and I want to create a way I could just give it to all of us. Because the whole thing with the LHON is hopes and dreams. Wouldn't it be cool if AI created something for us that is like actually helpful? There was no guarantee I was going to get any sight back. I mean, I got hundreds of people to think so. And then they all gave me money. And then I bought a LHON and I got vision back. But yeah, so I want to use AI, what I've got and what's out exactly right now. If you're in the upper echelon of the AI community, you know, and you got real money, real access, you know, Elon Musk kind of money, that type thing, then you could do this right now, I'm sure of it. But ideas, hopeful dreams, I want to do that. But something I am definitely going to do, and I just got all of the voice filing, so I have the voice audio files saved. I just need to take it in 2 more programs and do all of the cleanup work and everything and fix up the audio, and I'll have, for my computer, I'm not sure if I can use this for everybody. It might get very expensive for me personally, but I know that I could do it for me individually. Make a voiceover, so everything I type into my AI that I'm going to build, it talks back to me in this voice instead of some goofy computer. Excuse me. So I'm just getting things set up more and more and more as I keep going. Like with I want to make an app. That's so easy to say and so hard to do. So I've tried to get all of the different applications, programs, plugins, libraries, and everything I need installed to start coding, and use AI to help me write the code to create the app. And the app is going to be, at first, just a desktop Windows app. So the whole purpose of this, in the first part, is for us to be able to have something that works easier. We can make it exactly how it works for, us, people who are blind, people with vision problems. So in my kind of design of it, the width of the monitor, think 80% of it is a chat window, just like Facebook Messenger. On the left side is the person you're talking to, and each message shows up in a chat bubble, or just a border outline rectangle of color. And what I want to do is be able to change the color of the border, the thickness, how many points it is, and those sorts of things. And then also change the background of the coloring behind the text. So if you want it to be kind of more transparent, like a lighter red, I don't know why, but you could change the transparency of it. Or like if you can still see enough to see text over graphics, also going to be able to make it basically gone, just turn it off, essentially make it all the way transparent, so you can have no border, no background, just the text moving up over the image. Not really how I want to do it. What I like is to have a black background with white Times New Roman font, and I'll have different fonts. So I want some help, please, in judging what other fonts you people like to use. If you use Arial Bold, or if you use Times New Roman like me, or some other frilly font, I can add that into what I'm making, so it will be more in a form that we can use. Like the background, the border, you can make it more transparent or full color, and you can change the color. I'll have like one of those color squares where you can mouse over and select colors, and I will make sure that all of this stuff is able to be used with screen readers and different things. So I'll have all the, I think they're called meta tags, background information. So when the screen reader gets to this square, it says red, orange, purple. You know what I mean? I don't use screen readers, so forgive me if I'm sounding like an idiot. So I'll have AI teach me about all that and figure that out and write me the code. And so I'll be able to have multiple different font types, like Arial, Times, Roman. Just be able to select the different font and be able to select. So that's also important. Being able to change the font size. Like me just sitting here this far away from the computer, I can't read any of it. I can see where it's at and then read anything. I just have to put my nose touching the monitor. It kind of tickles sometimes. So I'm doing a bad job explaining the app. But so basically it's like a Facebook message, just like same type of thing. You go to chat.openai.com, same sort of thing. It's just a chat window. But for us, we need to be able to customize it. So customize what the background is, what the background color, what the frame of the chat, what color, what thickness that is, if it's even there. I like having white borders around stuff and then white text. It just separates it from other things for my vision really well. Sometimes it doesn't though. Like when I have 5 windows open on my computer, I have a 36-inch TV for a monitor. So one over here, one over there, one down there, one down there. And then I'll put one right in the middle of the screen and kind of work around it and inside it and kind of go back and forth. But then I get confused and they all look the same. And which one was I in? And I have to just close everything. So having the separate with the white borders around like in a frame, sometimes that helps and sometimes it does not. So I want to wrap that part up. I can't. So in the app, we'll be able to change everything and make everything the way we want it. That doesn't mean what works for me works for you. Just you'll be able to make it work for you. If the orange background and purple text works for your vision, you don't know exactly why it would, but you should be able to do that. Why not? I don't know. That's how come I'm good at AI art, because I can just open my mouth and random stuff comes out. You want orange background with purple text. What? So with the app, who are you talking to? In the app, on the left side, in the 80% is the chat part, and 20% will be the text size, the text font, and the model. There'll be a drop-down box for the different models. And OpenAI will be one of them, and then another message box or text box, I guess you'd say, will pop up, and that is where you put in your API key, and that makes it all work. Or you can choose another model, which I've got, and I plan to build my app on top of, and it's free and it'll work forever. It's only on your computer, doesn't need the internet. It is ChatGPT, but just a little smaller version. It's called GPT for All, and I know what this one, license wise, they're putting it out there for other people to add to it, iterate on it, sell with their thing, make money, join the team, build awareness. GPT for All, and it works pretty good. It's a little bit slower because it's working on your computer. So it works on your computer's CPU, your computer's brain, and when you use chat.openai.com, it's working on their brain, and their brains are really big. So, this is a really simple, stupid way to explain the difference. It totally works pretty good, though. It's not like you have to wait 5 minutes for a response. It just, with especially GPT-4, you don't have to watch it type. It just appears fast. And you have to scroll back up and find out where the hell you were. Because it just works so quickly. This works a little slower. It writes across the screen, kind of at fast human writing speed. But when you compare it to things like ChatGPT, it's getting better. So that's what I plan to use as like the base model, and you download my app and you got it there for free, and that's what I plan to do. Is make something that we can use that's customizable for what we need it to be customizable for, and just give it to all you guys. I am trying to figure out is Python, which is a coding language, and I will write 3% of the code for the app in Python, depending on how fancy I try to make it. And I call it Allie AI. So like the girl's name, Allie AI. Allie AI. There are things that I've been learning about with Python coding and different things. You can make it voice activated, just like Echo, just like that. And didn't say anything because it's a broke piece of crap. I hate that thing. So working at the computer, you just be like saying to your headphone or your microphone, however you have it set up, Allie AI, or Hey Allie, whatever I choose to make it. So that's maybe something else. And basically you just say, Hey Allie, what's the tallest building in Scranton, or whatever. And it will tell you based on what ChatGPT or GPT-4All, the model that's going to come with it. And then you're just using like Alexa, pretty much. And that's one thing I might try to get added in there. Another thing is Python coding. Python has its own text-to-speech, and using the Google text-to-speech library, I think is what it's called. Yeah, library. You have to download different libraries and all this different plugins, and it's a lot. But I can do that. That's no problem. Psych. I've already tried for 2 days. Computers. So you download the libraries and use Python to write code to call on the Google TTS library, and then that will read the message ChatGPT sends back to you out loud. I should be able to just make the computer do that, and it should probably still sound kind of computer-like or robot-like. It's Google TTS, so I don't know how good it is, but and then to make it even further down the rabbit hole of all of that and make it more complicated, but if it all works, that'd be great. So once I figure out how to make my computer talk to me, how do I put that feature in the app that will automatically access, write the code, download, do everything on your computer so that it automatically reads to you? And you don't have to go to 11labs.io. 11 is spelled out. That is the leading text-to-speech voiceover company right now. They're doing pretty much most all the deepfakes. And they're where I'm going to make my Allie AI voiceover. So you can maybe, or I can maybe, be able to make it so that when you get the app off of the Google Drive, you basically just have to right click, say download, then it's in your download folders, and that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. Well, you put it wherever you want to, what folder on your desktop, however it is you work on the computer, and open it up. And this is the part. I want, maybe, if I can figure out how to get Python to use the GTTS library to just automatically read the screen, what's sent back to me through the large language model, which my app will have to manage and everything and orchestrate on the backside, which is a lot. I need a dry whiteboard so I can draw. So I'm thinking maybe in the first time you start the program, in the chat window it'll say something like, and screen readers would find this. I would make it in the code, so it would be the first thing found. I don't know how to do that, but AI does. So in the window it says something like, just push enter if you want me to speak for you, or you want me to speak my replies out loud, and then you just push Y, enter, and then it does all the downloading and everything else, like inside the chat window, or it can do it in the background. I like watching the code move, it's fun. Like when I download something with the terminal, it just shows all the file names and everything moving. It's so cool. It looks like the Matrix in real life. I don't know. So, yeah, wow. We'll just keep going. It's madness. AI is driving me nuts. I'm going crazy. So, in my app, that's what I really want to do, is make something that makes it easiest for us, to use the app and get to using these different new tools that are coming out. And where the hell did it go? There it is. The different models that are out there, I have to do more research on what license and what programs are actually already using it. And so I hope to be able to have maybe 5 different options to use a large language model. First is going to be the OpenAI just chat. I'm going to use their API, or you will have to use their API, and then you have ChatGPT in your program set up however you want. Number 2, the one that comes with it for all of us, is GPT for all, and that's basically ChatGPT, like a little smaller version. It runs a little bit slower. It's all on your computer. It doesn't go on the internet. It knows everything that's on the internet, kind of. And then version number 3, I want to use another one called Vicuna, and I have to check on the licensing on this one because it's something I've used, and it's pretty good. Vicuna is just another alternative to ChatGPT. Same kind of thing, large language model. But I have to check on the licensing for that stuff and see how they want their product to use, because even on ones where it's like, yeah, you can put it in your project and sell it, that's fine. You have to give us this kind of recognition. So maybe in the listing on Etsy, because once this works for us and I can create something that works well for our needs, basically it just translates to everybody, because what we need, in my mind, all those different options. You have to have the different fonts that work for me, because if you have calligraphy and you have 9 different kinds of calligraphy, that's not going to work for me. So If you guys could, maybe leave a comment of the different font types that you use. Like maybe it's Arial bold, something like that. So just stuff like that, suggestions about what colors you think definitely need to be in there, and what fonts. And I'll have the different font sizes, like size 10 to 48, I guess. I don't know. It's all going to be basically based off of Microsoft programs, because ChatGPT already knows most of all of that, which is cool. And yeah, I feel like I've been talking about AI for 900 hours because I've done this. This is the third time. What time is it? Is it already 5 o'clock? It's not that bad. It's only 3:15-ish. So about an hour. Well, it took me like 15-20 minutes to get this started because I didn't know if I was actually not muted or not. So the other one that I would add is GPT for all. I already added that one. Sorry, taking too many breaks. Flustered. So just be able to use the API key and use ChatGPT in my program. Be able to use the model GPT for all in the model. Be able to use Vicuna, maybe, in the model. And then the last one is Auto GPT, which I'm pretty sure that I can put in there and still sell and everything's good. But there's 3 out of 4 that, there's still research to do on that. And it's just different options. Some of them, it just keeps going. So the GPT for all model that, like here, for instance, the app that I want to build, so you can just type in whatever font and size and color and all that you want to use. That's going to be a couple hundred kilobytes. So it's, tiny. It's going to be nothing. And then you put your API key in from OpenAI, and there's ChatGPT. That really won't be much of a file size. But the one with GPT for all, it's going to be a little bigger than 4 gigabytes. Most of the internet is in there. And then the one from Vicuna, I believe, is 7.3 gigabytes. So if you both of those models, you're already 10 gigabytes. So the chat app I want to build, the GPT for all, the Vicuna is probably 12 gigabytes. Let's just say 12. Stick with 12. So that'd be 12 gigabytes. And then also, if you want to add Auto GPT, that's another, I think I want 6 gigabytes. 5 gig, I think it's 5 gigabytes. I don't know. So we're talking, maybe 20 gigabytes total. 8 gigabytes. It doesn't really matter, but that's a big ass file. Really cool because it's got all this stuff. Another one I might add, and I'm pretty sure this one can be added and sold. I'm only worried about sold because I'll put this on my Etsy store too, and give it to you guys, sell it to them. Hopefully use it also as like a promotion of the art. So when they go there to buy the AI chat app, then they see the art and they buy art too. Wouldn't that be cool? More revenue. Holy moly. Alright, well, I'm going to kind of wrap this up. I feel like it's just gone and on and on and on and on. I could keep going talking about this stuff for days at a time. AI is really, really amazing. In a lot of ways, it's going to change the world. By the next video I do, the end of May, it's possible I have this app finished. I mean, the rate of advancement with AI is like 6, maybe 8 hours. It's crazy. And it just, I think that we need to get in on this, be a part of it in some way, at least be able to use it if we choose, because in a lot of ways I think that just because we don't have a way that's specifically fine-tuned for us to be able to use, and I think pretty much anybody would want to use this because it's totally customizable. The backgrounds that I've made with the AI art are really amazing. I've created a lot of different stuff. I've been hard at work a lot of every day. And so hopefully by this time next month, I've got a working app, and even more hopefully than that, before this time next month, an app, and I've made a video and I'm trying to give it to you guys if you want it. So it would just be click on a link and then download file to computer, and that's almost basically it. Hopefully I can make all that happen. So I will talk to you soon, and let me get back to work. I got more stuff to do,